primaries. Day. Corona, Mona, yeah, the air corner. What are your thoughts? This year, Shas here, you could oppose at the parliamentary level. You to black and others. What's happening?
For me, that's it. I mean, chair for na mean chair me party mun penny for. Over say the okano, sir, you see, yes, reorganization as immediately after the 20 elections, but it kickstarts somewhere around 2022, and the year elections all the way to the national elections. Yeah, we afina ye koyi mrashebedwafo mbedi ikunenim ewo patom pesua hanuni odiosunum enu achi yi Frankatuni a obedi partner na yakọ NC kesi dey enim ewo December 7th 20. So the okano the be nominations approximately 2 weeks now. Now at the presidential level, I think it's a nipa 3 or 4 in our pick test for the flag bearership position. And the banner, the parliamentary candidate now, I think so you were about 23 constituencies, if I'm not mistaken. I'm penny for fees a new member community or what say to ansana that about to abaso in the that you call the parliamentary primaries level. Now for him, on post are working. Your MPC be or who you tia one alcohol. I just want classical example is Honorable Kuje to a black one. But for the past 8 years, approximately 8 years near NDC at now opposition. I want also opposition MP in parliament. Undoubtedly, Juma. And one through the hard work as a member of parliament, the constituency, ultra modern surgical operation unit, a district hospital. Any operation be I say to me Ukrumano, impetuous way to me came as a result of personal intervention and initiative that came from one as a member of parliament. And you are buying in a year. And what he how more buying intimate national service personnel a car on what you need sika edit to us district no. The Bosumino Kone Wea infantry district service personnel or more on infantry or moka. And what he there are a lot of interventions he has done in the constituency. So many of them, which I don't think say Mekaya Kanina. So the essence of being a representative of the people, quite apart from your primary mandate, say Bayamra Nam Shebidrim Nobebuana or hold the government accountable. At the constituency level, Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa have done enormously well. I don't think that a better wise on any candidate to even attempt to say Nipa Bisano, you go and contest him. Well, it's a democratic process which I am unmindful of, which Mark or try will lack, but know that you are just going to waste resources. You wouldn't be able to make a headway. Besides the young Juma or Board Parliament, the same one about Kuji to a black way and our Ghana, it means service car approximately $7.5 million with regards to Chancery agreement. Kenya on work, Sassika and fire and same. And the same Kuji to a black way and I can for with the budget of 2019. Our prompted parliament that UNC to say the whole of water region acquiring young fine shame. And the same Okuje to a black way and offer presidential travels. Hon Sembaya, Ghana for it to initial and Pineku for those and the offer private jet.
Few minutes now, I mean, na young conclude an earlier interviewer, a political strategist and a writer, Ibu Backman.
Okay.
And Mapa, you lose soon. You need to say to me, I raise you back onto the line.
Okay.
Right. Now, you know, a ding komo ekuku say the a presentation of Tinubu at the national elections, was a new plan, a new phase, with new ideas. What were your comments?
Yes, ADAKABRI. You see, it was obvious there Nigerians were looking for something new. See, but what people sometimes forget is that something new doesn't mean a new party or another party. Something new can come from within. Like, for example, MPP now, something new can come from MPP. I've always said that if you take Ghana, for example, before I come to the Nigeria issue, if you take Ghana, for example, I've always said that the problem of Ghana, it is not partisanship, it is leadership. It is not about which party can make Ghana better. It's about which leader can make Ghana better. So the leader can present something new. It doesn't matter where the person comes from. For example, it is always going to be a party because Ghana has virtually become two-party state. The point I'm making is that something new doesn't necessarily have to come from another party because leaders have their own vision. And when they are given opportunity, they pursue their vision. For example, Nanado is pursuing it. Anybody who was supporting Nanado was helping him to pursue it as a leader. So, and those people following Nanado, they also have their individual vision. So, if they have something new, they can bring it forth. For example, Alan Chamatin, the GTP, which is something new. He has brought it forth. And I'm saying that it doesn't necessarily have to come from opposition party. The same thing is what happened in Nigeria. Nigerians were looking for something new. So Peter Obi's message was about something new. Tinubu was also about something new. But when they were the two, they realized that Tinubu has had some experience. He can bring something new, and he has not been or has not taken the position of the president before, unlike Atiku, who was vice president before. So when he preached the new thing he was bringing on board, people trusted him. Yes, people were looking for something new, but they thought they could get from him. And so on yet there, if, for example, Ghanaians are having problems with the economy, it doesn't necessarily mean they want something new from another party, for example, from NDC. If NDC candidate, whoever becomes candidate, which I believe is going to be Bahama, an MPP candidate, whoever becomes, which I, from where I sit, if I ask me, I would say Honorable Alan Chamatin has a better chance. If MPP presents him, he has a better chance against John Mahama. If they are to present their case to Ghanaians, Ghanaians will look or listen to them and see the merit, the input of what they carry, the weight, and say that this country needs to look forward in this direction. We've listened to both of them. I think this man here or this man here has something that can help this country. As I said, it's not about partisanship. That has been our problem. So this party comes, hey, oh yeah, then another party comes.
You similarities of political events in Nigeria and Ghana. It's a what share a year will be at say Sibanjo and Tinubu at the primary level. Now I said there Usibanjo Abaye establishment candidate all the pecs, all the support seemingly if the presidency, if the establishment kono and Tinubu mum ebe the toast of the grassroots. Do you see such things panning out? Our Ghana, especially the MPP, Numu Ana.
Exactly. Michelle Sanmaka there. Buhari supporting the vice president. Interestingly, this is the Ghana Nigeria thing that are interesting. Nigeria, the city president is a Muslim. The vice a Christian. The sitting president chose to support the vice, who is a Christian, against Tinubu, who is a fellow Muslim. Okay, what happened was that the delegate didn't go by the president's choice because it is not about you, president, though. It's about us to win the election. And the market said that the vice president will lose the election. So why do we buy you? Because it is coming from you, the president. They didn't buy the idea. They voted against the president candidate. The same thing happening in Ghana. I mean, if people say, oh, the president has not someone to say, but if you understand politics, if Ken Okorata, for example, openly supports Dr. Bawumia, you can't tell me that Nana doesn't support him. I mean, we all know what is happening. And so the establishment is also supporting the sitting vice president. Now, what I believe is that, and this is a free advice to MPP, if you really want to win power, some MPP there, you need to bring a former MP. So we need to bring Dr. Bawumia so that you can kill the account tag. Then I ask a question. Is MPP in this business kill a tag or to win an election? If you want to win an election, then go by the market. Go by the dictates of the market. Because the market will always determine what to produce. And Ghana political market, 72%, a small number. Even 5% in what they are going to put on face liner, and people will lose the election. So 72% is a huge number. You don't joke with it. Yes, I've said that it's possible for a Muslim to become president in Ghana, and all of us will happily welcome the idea. But if it is about election, which is like 2024 election, which is going to be very tight election, then you don't want to win. What you do is that you put in your best, or you send forth your best to win the election. And for me, by virtue of the nature of the market, MPP must present someone like Alan Martin who can win the party a lot of votes, even from the floating voters.
But presenting your best should be demonstrable. The Ushe Ubi say Bola Tinubu Najuma or year with Lagos a demonstrable track. Just the primaries level, no delegates of the APC saw him as a visionary leader.
Yes.
Saw his character, saw his competence. At the national elections, in the general elections, the APC was able, or the Nigerian voter assessed Tinubu on his demonstrable track, and then his character and his competence, and propelled him as such. So, in Ghana, especially in the MPP, are you able to name the right man at the right time for the right job? Anna.
The politics, the enough political platform that can only make a promise. So it's about your word. And your word go with your credibility. So when we begin a platform, this is our question. The credibility of the person as good as his word. It is a big cadet, for example, some of us, I will make job creation a major vision because Ghana's major problem now, unemployment. The academy of platform for the youth and Ghanaians in general, believe you or not to believe you. And why would they believe? They will go back and look at your track record. The cost of Obama or Tama, anything that is if nakedness promises you not, ask it. So they will ask there, and now what I'm saying, a chair will brati, and also about abandoning. If one can say, I GPR, or sure there, able to create a Juma, a dam and back Unidana. And now, Ubishina, a show Kakamayango. Is it directed towards job creating? So they will look at your track record. And if you look at track record of Conrad and Chairman, in terms of job creating, which is going to be the major issue in the next election, it's going to be the front page of the next election. So the youth want to know, Conrad and Chairman, for more minutes, what did you do? Did you do anything to create jobs, sir? If the answer is yes, if they can tick that box, yes, sir, it's likely for the youth to believe you when you promise them on a political platform. But if and you'll be one can know and show the Awabra boom, unlike Orion and Tamatana before their politics, all that he has done, job creation, FM Protect, Enterprise Africa, Obogo industries across Africa. Obo industries for Ghana, it's the catapult economy. You see, he's done that on a part of the life. He doesn't struggle to do it. So if such person promises the youth can know that this man he is not lying or he's not giving us empty promises. He can do it because he has done so before. And that is the kind of candidate that people win here. That is what Tinubu did in Nigeria. Look at my track record as a governor. You see, so he shifted the focus from the overall economy of Nigeria, which is not doing well, like the way Ghana's economy is not doing well. He shifted the whole thing to himself and to his record. Say, look at my past record. This is my vision also. Consider these two and vote for me. People weigh vision, his track record, as against the other candidates. And the fact there, let's give him the chance. Even though he's an old man, I'm going to confident. There were farmer or young question. They won't pay you for the same way, the farmer or young answer. Excuse my language, paying for that, said one young answer. So, cancer, only about 550. I know he paying for this too. So, age is not an issue. But if age is an issue, Brazil, they just elected their former president. But very old man. The Brazil economy is bigger than that of Ghana. Nigeria economy is bigger than that of Ghana. It is not about age because I am today. We do so run and why you're paying. It's somebody who is 60 years or 64 or you're paying Nigeria for one economy is bigger. No, we need to show them answer what to about old man with 70. So the issue is that has the man got any way in terms of record? It's not about lecturing, no. It's not about talking, no. I've told people only God was the one who created the world with words. Man was not made to create with words. Man was made to create with action. And for me, that is what Oral and German has been doing all his life. If you consider that about 60 to 70% of Ghana companies who are doing better in Ghana now, pass through his hand, through Empretech and Enterprise Africa, you can see that Ghana, all that we need to do is to put emotions aside and trust and believe in him and let him go. I believe I have no doubt that such a person can help to position Ghana well. Because all that there's no country which has developed in this world that when take industrialization as a starting point. For me, we have not started because we have not taken industrialization so seriously. So we are yet to start. That is why I'm going to IMF back and forth. Because the foundation, the fundamental, always been weak. Because the industrialization that's supposed to be the fundamental or the foundation is not being handled well. And if fortunately as a country, you do up to them, just look at after. According to World of Map, 1990, this man wrote a paper about after. He fought it out. Then now he became a minister. Then something that he conceived, that he fought for, this man has been able to lobby. And also, I said something that touched my heart. Alexa Martin divided Africa into 6 and sent all the big men. But some people said he went to go and lobby. This is what president does, a leader does. So he divided 6 and sent us to go and lobby for after headquarters to be located in Accra. This is what they do. This is what visionary leaders do. They see something their peers don't see. If somebody can vote a paper in 1990 and today, after has become a reality, the headquarters is situated in Ghana. What else do we need as a nation?
Right. Don't fancy Mr. Strategist. Yeah, there was it. And then we'll talk to you more. There was a right. Ebo Backman, a political strategist. And Yananatanasi. Nasama can say demonstrable track. Insa aka yem penny for my transit. A Maliba of the NDC transit. Divine and Chroma. A national organizer. Right. I dear I want who do fought and all this while. Why I mean sure.
Someone I'm boy chido.
Why I did papa. And Nana K Nana Kojo Boa of the MPP as Baba Transit. Demand what as I don't know. I think Ghana as a DS in Nigeria there. It is somebody with a demonstrable track. One would have thought say a papa could see Indum. Man with a demonstrable track. And yeah, cancer for free. What are your thoughts? Elections in Nigeria, election of Tinubu Bola, and then Ghana. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Me that's with the. Yeah. I mean, internet. Me sans switch me cons. Say ya oba. Mama. To be omutio. And honestly, I thought some joke. At a year be out opa. Obuntrase. Obojase. Osenya. Or Eutu. Or Ayiresu.
Utu senya
West
east for
West for no. Omutio.
Oh.
If it a phobic crampo or Liberia camp.
Aye.
Omu ye a decoration or no anymore. And that's Omutia. Omutio sisi abeko speaker kese bi ti ono mo a omuti we wiawe nti we dey me chiamo wotu senya west for bi oti e kan yedi kan no ma me congratulate enuano mo alatafo otumi aye successful congress events elections are etumi edi presidential candidate president edi ama oman no yebebo mu nyina aba so because answer na mo beto aba no na won from am say aye ne kwentwi bi ebe koso ana na ekokoso at the end of the day no the most important thing is leader I imagine ama ye nya obi a we can for a president di oman mu nyina chin na ohwe Nigeria elections na bibi kakra wo enye ade a ebeka se eye Ghana fo nko a enye Ghana fo pe
odu unuane kan nefa mu aba
enye Ghana fo pe eye like Africa ebetimi asua bibi na utimu say Africa dynamics ene nhihia ejina so a amanfo ede to aba ewo Ghana as enye straightforward sa na wajimbe o say Africans ye gina onum ne beto aba eniama edi mu akotene ne bi ni sebi o ye to aba ma obi a obetumi aye adwuma na bia ye to aba ma obi osu ehunu you are demonstrable record ne de keka factors ne bebre me ye sure some discuss bi eye ethnocentric inclination ne tribal issues related and be a religious be imponso a bia nipa no efrini de keka ho na unim say ade a ashock me and say papa ya your friend no tin ya Nigeria we dey man no susumi na so e say enimtia bi na mebu no minim so osu ehun na mebisa o ntini age pa na papa yo nante a ekuta ne mu
70 years
no but wonna mo ahun se ekita ne mu ohun se ekita ne mu hu mu pictures na videos na ekita ne mu ontumi ngina ne na so tania ye behia unim de ti ameka sasa na nye se ye kasa obi wo 70 years na pomudi na se onya hoden but omo nsua bibia mfi Buhari amemu no because Buhari amemu we more than 80% of the time odi wa konya so when di wo Nigeria odina mama no ni esa no emiemia ne boat mu de bia ne boat ni gojope no na ede asi yewiem hyan mu ne ye kwakọ miemia boat ito mo nsua bibia mfi mu omo sanso de another one eba eno na ye mi concern ye di ho bio ene yeah when they see okwakoto ade okromu a ase o ya chimuni ase o ya kanni nti ekwa ono no petrol ne bu ndifre obi ani ho nti eba me emu won say yesi ye to abade yi obi a ye behwe ba bia yesi dipa kro no ofi ɛne nipa ko ɔyɛ ansa na ɛbɛto aba ama no hwɛ sɛ wo so yɛ kristoni na sɛ no ho nti ɛna wo so to aba ma Nana Akufo-Addo sɛ wo so yɛ kristoni a ɛnna me no tie yɛ ka kristofo asɛm yi sɛbe mprɛduasa Nana Akufo-Addo ɛfa so pa kristofo anya ono so no different from the kremofo anya na yɛn nyina bra yɛ brɛ ɛwɔ ɔman mu ha sɛ ne nyinaa yɛ fili indiscriminate governance na indiscriminate enti me de ade akɔso no me gidi sɛ yɛbɛsua bibia fi mu sɛ Ghana 2024 abato ababeto man conform be say we yɛ akani we yɛ kremoni we yɛ se ne yɛde beto aba yɛnto obi abama obi a ɔwɔ wakyerɛ sɛ ɔsua hunu competence ne wɔ hɔ obi a yɛbɛtumi agyina aka sɛ saa sumasi yɛtoma no a ɔmbɛsɛe economy no ɔnsɛe nneɛma ne yɛbɛnya ne so mfasoɔ na nkwankwa ɛte sɛ reasons obi wɔ no ma ɛsio ebi wɔ amete a ɛsio kremoni anti no yɛntumi fa ama no sɛdɛnti yɛsi obi wɔ kristoni yɛsi obi wɔ no ma ɔyɛ akyemni yɛsi obi fi asantema mu ne nyinaa kanfo ano bibia ni wɔ no ma ɔma yɛ a yɛsi we di ɔyɛ mikro mu ne nti no we yɛ a consideration bi wɔ hɔ ɛde ma yɛnti Ghana foɔ no yɛadwi mu ana ɛsɛ sɛ yɛbie na yɛhwɛ kɔ yɛbɛfa so a yɛto aba ma obi a because saa yɛsi Ghana de experience yɛnya no minim how going forward no yɛbɛtu see leaders because they see an argument about Olumai no they see isuahunu na yɛnya no utumi fa nya argument bio say yɛsi opopani a yɛsi ɔno de ɔbɔbra ɔno de ɔkɔ pension ɔnwia musika ɔno de ɔmfa ne sa mbɔ musika asɛm ne yɛka kyerɛ yɛn yɛma agyi Nana Akufo-Addo di yɛ sɛ Nana Akufo-Addo yɛsi wɔ ɔpanyi a ɔbɔbra ɔno de ɔno a ɔno bibia nti no ɛnya de ɔmo de ɔmo sa bɛbɔ ma ne yɛba yi ɛhu sɛ a different story
me go shoot your divine divine go shoot
Kasagu Mike make
Nana
Kasagu
Akufo-Addo
Mike
afa osika me Kasagu wazo
da bi o na auditor general's report ne
ɔse Nana Akufo-Addo afa osika
na ɔpanyi ɔtena fie ma ɔhwɛ ma mofra we nanka ne yɛba ne ebu nanka fo a ɔyɛ ɔno yɛ
auditor general bɛn the catcher Ghana say Nana Akufo-Addo afa osika
Can we allow the rule of the game to prevail?
ọfa sẹbi ọdún mo bi kan ni
You will have
n'o fi kẹ o ti kẹ ma o ti fọm no obesi no n'afẹ na mẹ kasa ọnti
You will have your time.
auditor general report bi yan kan bi ase Nana Akufo-Addo afa Ghana fo si
Report it come,
point of
yeah,
correction
owura divine me enti o
Nana Akufo-Addo ɛba yɛ na mɛmo we yɛnim krono keta hyehyɛ proyɛ kankan a akɔso a te so a de bia everyday bia no so yɛhu bi nipa yɛsi yɛ ɔnsoso sɛbesɛbe nsɛmfo so ɔse ɔno bɛyisu da nas principle wankasa ɛnna mu deɛ wɔn na papa wei ba ya ɔka sɛ no ho tie nto ababa na ɔde ayɛ adwuma papa wei ɔka sɛ mo nso menhwɛ hwɛ last time na meet Obi unim say Nana Akufo-Addo is the only president of this country because of the abysmal performance and the way our mismanage economy we can never forgive him for the way state or the minor bemu because other presidents ni nyina no one either say beto omo kwan mu ana say sebi o obehu say bi wo no mo e be ka say oni suahunu ana say bibi JJ Rollins e wo ho Mahama oni pako a onu de na brabo mu nyina osan nyina wabon paya yento abama no so medi president na Akufo-Addo medi president even to the extent say medi president na kra no san so Olumai intini agi say experience okita no or the bebu man yi and then say experience nyina na Akufo-Addo so agada enti ema no opportunity no senior and then ete ha nyina ye ni tua bi mmabu nya adwuma nye esi aye nim sɛnea ɔman sika yɛ spending no sɛnea yɛsɛ sika ɔman mu ha sɛ yɛnya so mfasoɔ ne nyinaa ɛyɛ abato a yɛkɔ ya yɛkɔto yɛsunsunsansoɔ nie etimi deɛ me first no yɛsɛ yɛkan DC asɛm a yɛnka bi yɛkan BP asɛm a yɛnka bi because yɛwɔ party asɛm hɛ esi adeɛ party biara congress ne ɔmo elections ɔno bɛyi flag bearer biara yɛbɛka bi because one car wote hɔ no mu a ne abɛma bad haircut yɛte hɔ no mu a MPP fo kɔ yɛ ɔmo kɔto abaya ɔmo sɛ ɔmo kɔyi presidential candidate yɛsɛ yɛmfa yɛn ho mo na makɔyi Nana Addo aba yɛkɔyi ɛna ɔbɛyɛ president eventually no ɔbɛyɛ president no ɛndɛ yɛte hɛ yɛsɛ ne yɛn ho kyerɛ yɛn me deɛ mehwɛ nneɛma a akɔ so sɛnea mismanagement akɔ so under this government I don't know why the experience you have had under this government yɛkɔ akɔto aba bio in 2020 we make the mistake Nigeria for making it. No, we shouldn't make that mistake.
yɛbɛsa about so divine Kroma a national organizer of the Progressive People's Party and what the initial comments ɛfa Nigeria ba yakoto ni nipa yi no ehun sunsuanso bi wo ho a ewo se yesua ewo Ghana ha se yana Amaliba of the NDC Haruna mienti unsuso
over we me ba hey tie one of the famous Nigerian actors by name Kanayo, who is also a member of the Nigerian Bar Association, legal practitioner. I was saying there in the birthday, but he's not inviting the people of Nigeria to celebrate. Instead, he is using this occasion as an opportunity to invite the people of Nigeria to demand certain answers from the INEC chairman, Professor Yakubu, was the name. Kanayo stated in that video which I watched, before the elections, the chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission of Nigeria provided assurance to the citizens of Nigeria, saying, or put up a robust system that will ensure credible, transparent, free, and fair elections, the outcome of which will be accepted by all. And he reiterated to the people that were providing service across the country are resources from the polling booth, as they call it, to designated centers. Those resources can be credibly transmitted to the required points are collation or very successful. In other words, the universal adult suffrage of the Ghanaian of Nigerian people and their determination to decide who should lead them can never be infringed as far as the system was built no air concern. That promise, INEC president and the people of Nigeria have not been fulfilled. My share except of few videos from ABN and other news network in Nigeria, whereby at the time of press briefings, some officials of the PDP strongly objected to figures na aba report to a woman ya contrary to someone na INEC chairman na eka, and indeed the accusations they labeled right in front of him for being selective, for being biased. I have also followed few tabloids and how do you call it, bloggers and a reporter about Nigerian elections. It is abundantly clear that Nigerians spoke, but the INEC also spoke. And indeed, Oshe Kanayo video I referred to earlier now, which clearly say the constitutional mandate of the people of Nigeria did not reflect the results that the INEC chairman so announced. Over. Elections is a process. As we speak, the international observers mission in Nigeria have left the country. It is up to Nigerians to chart the new path. The future of that country, the destiny of that country is now in the hands of Nigerian people. 2016, and before I come to 2020 particularly, will you recall that Abra Cote d'Ivoire for Ekotoaba, the African Observer Mission was led by Thabo Mbeki, former president of South Africa. When the eventual explosion took place in La Cote d'Ivoire, aftermath of the election of the presidential results, the objections by the parties who contested the elections, and the failure of the Independent Electoral Commission of La Cote d'Ivoire to do the needful, the catastrophic that bedeviled that country, the question is, was that avoidable or not? It was, my opinion, because I have read a series of reports about that elections. Now, if the incumbent government at the time, the consensus raised here about Boake, the northern part of Nigeria, the northeastern part of Nigeria, so the northwestern part of Nigeria, which was a more or less a rebel control zone. And then you a course the ECOWAS observer missions and the countries, particularly within the West African sub-region, they take it into consideration. And I mean, someone is still Cote d'Ivoire can see. Now, we have Nigeria, the greatest economy in Africa, and the biggest country in West African sub-region, of course, member of ECOWAS, is now facing a similar challenge in this regard, aftermath of the elections. The question is, how come that in many instances, incumbent government in Africa thinks that they can use the independent electoral commissions to circumvent electoral processes, do as they please? No, we are, because the national purse is at their disposal. They can dole out any amount of money to influence the outcome of elections. And because they have diabolical mindset, they find a way of packing the court so that they will push every actions of incumbent government in Africa, particularly West Africa. And looking at what happened in 2020, it's very clear evidence here. They pushes the elections to the courtroom. They could do courtroom where they have narrowed the opposition. Then they will use the court, do whatever they please, and get away with it. Over. The danger of such approach is that it undermines the confidence of the people in democratic institutions. At the same time, it wanes away the trust of the people in our democratic process. And if democracy is finally kicked out, what would be the option? Dictatorship? Or what else? I can tell. We have similar instances staring at the face. And for instance, I'm in a party office. And I observe proceedings at course of parliament. Questions are, the minority MPs throw here at the electoral commission, the NIA boss, and indeed, answer some of them are here. Looking at their faces, I could see intent of evil drawn all over them. To me, their questions was not satisfactorily responded to. And people have referred to the outcome of Nigerian elections. Tinubu, 80 years, and I'm a boy.
And 120.
But
70 years.
70 years. Fine. The Africa is the youthful continent in the world. Baby. Yes. Africa is a youthful continent. Ghana, as we speak, you can for more than over 90 years, almost at the president. Right? They are refusing to allow we the youth to chart our own path, to determine our future. Who told the president Mama is not a young man? Hey, post independent born, please. Senior. Hey. Stop that. Your time will come.
Who now pretty youthful and you want to pay your whole campaign for John Mahama? John Mahama youth.
John Mahama is a young man.
And he is
President Mahama initial. So him sir.
When you say
my initial President Mahama.
When you say
a young man.
So tell you, Tinubu is young. According to who narrative.
Mama is born in 1950.
And my young man.
He was 67. President Mahama is 67.
Young man. According to your own analysis.
Okay, the issue so the aircraft is so murky and murkier. To me, I don't believe that the Nigerian elections reflected what the people of the Republic of Nigeria, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, aspire to. But you should be cruel. The Americans say the NDC MPs in Parliament, my really people that have even sent it to you, right? Or more press statement or more release here about the proposed CI and the strings which the so-called CI late in Parliament seek to introduce. Right to vote is inalienable right. It's naturally endowed right. If you look at Article 42 of the Constitution, it does not introduce any other conditions. The only condition precedent for you to be eligible to vote and determine who your legislator or your president is or becomes your soundness of mind. But The electoral commission under Jen Mensah and the boss man Asare and the team around him, around her, have consistently demonstrated that it is putting one impediment or the other, or the Ghanaian. The requirement to become a voter and to vote in any election or referenda does not provide a condition for you to introduce or to produce a qualification for being a Ghanaian, i.e. Ghana card. Does the constitution provide for that?
So foreigners can vote
Please.
in Ghana. Is that what you mean?
Foreigners bang. Foreigners bang. In any case,
Foreigners need bidding.
you put the previous voter register and brought in the new register, which was done around July 2020. Less than 5 months or 6 to the elections. And in this voter register, almost say a credible, no, didn't it cure all the doubt you have, or you had then, and you still have now? Now, say, if it couldn't cure those doubts you have, what was the need to use millions of Ghanaians, taxpayers' dollars to go and compile that new voter register? The whole plan of the Electoral Commission as it stands now is geared towards voter suppression, which is very clear because according to Dr. Farijan, which report was published by Daily Graphic, the amount why now he introduced this CI Mania Juma. What it means is that by the time you go to 2024, according to Ghana Statistical Service, by next year, by the end of this year offer, you may over 19 million of Ghanaian population or by eligible voters. As we speak now, the letter as we speak now, the NI have only been able to provide 15 million, which means 15, not 17. 50 million. Not 50 million, no. There's a gap of approximately 5 million population now. Ghana card no munyabi. And indeed, this Ghana card include minors, the one issue no. According to Omondra, Omondika 117 million Ghana cedis. Our business, our partners are opening those cards. Therefore, government have no money to provide those. So why introduce system? But
there's been reports of NIA being given 100 million cedis, paid their creditors.
And yesterday, the government, how the conference minister was in.
Okay. Haruna Kingsley Amaliba of the NDC and at the Nugusuti NIT 100.9 FM discussion segment of the Mima Medina de Abramo Nigerian elections and their similarities in the Ghanaian contest. And you're drinking home. Nana could you boa you could share a Nana K and also Yintine of the MPP stock. Nana, then also deba.
Over the chair no tea for a my catcher tea for Omotike Mamusi from say in your Maliba cousin be one of the Yanokre. Of ourselves, Kaiser Fina, trying to say, NIE, a barber register, and conform me below 15 years. Of our Meboa, and just hand in the crane. Those who are below 15 years. No, maybe make a summer, a honor and day. Bambese will come again of Funina says, won't soon him say, I feign a NIE may register people who are below 15 years. Into what a catch Ghana for say, register no my Ghana card na and minus more for him. On only the train them register minus nana.
I didn't say minus.
Shh. On the train them and register minus nana. On train minus ba put ID card nibi.
Nana mienti o.
Enti yantro Ghana for ntie would rather some and no creatron wo twatre Ghana for. Propaganda and this is style of and no mo offer. Now,
I think that I have been wrong. Sorry, I'm sorry about that.
And your friend is saying Nigeria.
Me wrongly. What I'm saying is that
Nigeria
the card, a Ghana card, or the Ghana National Identification Authority for issue, those cards include people who are 15 years. That was the point I made. Not the Electoral Commission's data. Get it right.
And I'm telling you, that is not true. That is not true. Now the and I make a Ghana for so munti and they are trying to wuta. Kwafene NA for issue statement say, all mobile register people who are below 15 years. You register or munti yen
so far, you know no
I am trying to
That's what I've said it before.
No, I am trying
to
No, I am trying.
I am not making any story here. What was some more can make?
Oh, mon cash. I'm just afraid no more register.
Card mush issue mo hamo.
Oh, more issue, oh, register those who have been 15 years. Please.
They are yet to be issue it. But I said it before.
The issue at hand, the moment and discuss.
Over Nigeria election. Minim Diama say Pupo Bibriati NDC mua. One more come gidi. Anyway, medium minim. Sabi nange say ono amaliba nebu ni be. Then guy say Isra DF for said the cratich die won to be. Nigeria for to mo balance egunim die bi asi ho no ma. Sabi ofanka NDC for mo fa mo ba mo ni abere come gidi. And now say reflections bi wo. Yes we election here ye be ko yiso. Enu ti no mo ni abere na na. Wo ye jai no ma a friend say Ghana for. Because Ghanaians are taking your decision that maybe on beto ma bafa. Offer. Na wo hwe we reading your course or social media and other news portal no concerning Nigeria elections now. There are so many things that course ho. Ye nyina yenim. But the ebe kan say ni nyina mu no. Ya declare winner. Menim die na me hwe figures no. Now we share omo figure friend say people who registered to vote. I think about 80 million or so. Now okay, come on, two abani nyina bom kram so mundu 40 million. But he declare election and according to Nigeria for Electoral Commission. And this is the Electoral Commission that John Mahama so trusted no or Jinidi na Juma or yeah better than the men's administration. So yajatum say where ye dia I think then ye so ye betu ye Electoral Commission for so nko sua the course of Nigeria no na your opposition party they say they are happy with the ECD here. Eti onko sua no me practice bi wa ha. Ne ehwe. Say John Mahama will be happy. The course no o me bi wa ha na ni beji a. Enti offer the year kan nyina ne say omato aba. Omayi leader. The party eti aba mu no as a win election. One fa enya the vice president win ye. Na emum other person from the same party eti me win election no e de amom. Send signal bi. Yansu abato aye koto yi. Yanhwe ye niema ne ntutu ye niema yi. Possible say MPP betimi break the 8. Na we have to do our homework. Ye nyi yi na entimi mboy ni entimi nko But me what I will say is that whatever is happening in Nigeria, na dey yesere say asumdue nkosom prevail. Asumdue eni hene wo ho. Na say e wo say obi agitum. Said the SNSC, you move on and fast with Jimra. Many Casano preach about Cote d'Ivoire, and I see now avoidable, and no man yen to no man tier of foot in the sea, and I'm in tears or link it to what? Say, a BB sounds to be Ghana, and it's a part of NDC, almost a more mokeka, and I know Nipa Gukrana, your mama Rini and Yashe, and I'm what I'm to say near the Moja Bechasso. I don't know what crow more qua into a more preaching Nipa Wo, Nipa Kum. I don't know, baby, and I'm a drive to. And then near Bre, I refer to Cote d'Ivoire and to Cote d'Ivoire some years back. Because and no man tie, and the easy nentie, and no and Tino or Kako saying. So I'm also prepare more about war, my moana. What I want them to understand is that Ghana for when you're ready for war. Ghana for democracy at home. Ya jatumu ye. So what I will tell Ghanaians, they say any political party who will preach violence, who will preach war, no, they should vote massively against that political party. You're not ready to see a back back. Of a beer, a mebununi be a hunu de course. Would ye nyame wadoma hunu be? You can't, a friend say, a military rule. Any of our own summer idea, chira. A nema, the Ucha when in our Kwashu chia. Of a many years and cabet me turn back the time and well, who knew amount do any hunu yeno. When I show my quite be any NDC a mamu bebu 19 good years na say o my and nunti yanum be will never preach that kind of violence now. NDC stand NDC for taking up. The Ebeko so catch the Ghana for and say, on my way asumdue man. Yanko so enjoy asumdue Unyankopon de adom yeno. Na yammo yambra senkrofo aye pasumdue. Na enumum emoayen. Come 2024. yɛbɛkɔ abatoɔ table ne so yɛbɛkɔ akɔto aba de kokomuruti ayi leader ɔbɛboa ɔman yi ɛda akye ayi leader ɔbɛboa mabu na wɔ ɔman yi mu ayi leader ɔbɛboa nkɔla a ɛpɛ adwumayɛ ayi leader ɔbɛkreti nnwuma ma Ghanafoɔ nya biayɛ ayi leader ɔbɛboa ma ɔman yi da akye ayɛ fɛfɛɛfɛ ɛnyɛ deɛ ɔde violence ɛnyɛ deɛ ɔbɛpreach revolution ɛnyɛ deɛ ɔbɛpreach nipa mmiɛnsa edu ewu na ebi candidate bi wini ɛnyɛ hwee. That kind of political party shouldn't be entertaining Ghana anymore. Yɛtwam saa abere nim. Nti ɔfa deɛ mekɔ so aka ne sɛ ɔman na bedroom pɛmpɛn so a baabi adi ani ahwɛ no ɛyɛ asomdwe mu ne yɛkɔ yɛnkɔ so ne yɛnjoy asomdwe no a yɛnjoy no na mente kakra nso mfiri mu ne apipi lo asɛm a ɔka yi mu sɛ mampani Akufo-Addo ɛne wɔawie sika ne mfayi nkosi he deɛ nti ano mani abere a meka kyɛn sɛ saa asɛm na ɔka ne nyɛ ntorɔ. They say only evidence be to back that statement.
Aya.
Me near people. Na se man now divine all can say and na se penity fie na se nkwala we yi na nkana so wonka ebu na nkan for ka ho bi. Untimi a use that mpanimfo bebu no in this contest.
And who can kasa man say?
The ono na ka untimi use in this contest. Where you say offer who kaso obi akobokro no. We hwe o man ni sika. You must prove with evidence. They are prosecuting the panel.
That was say on to me you so contest. That's more kinds of say. Penny or ma.
Oh, Fabra me pushing in and son, what the babu way bum. Or can it straightforward?
They said it's what clarify amount.
Or can it straightforward? Them man Penny Akufo-Addo we are sick already. Why are you? Me pushing is some no canning and trono and no case the penny to fear. Or for what can you own some commission? The penny to fear. That's it. I will be in and can one car. They wouldn't come for. But it was going to come. They be corruption claims now. Claim offer. What in your backing any of them with evidence? Don't say. Amaliba US Kaway, court money evidence in a prosecutor, court and prosecutor. Akikaki Kabin Amatiana Moya wounded. Man Penny Akufo-Addo why is it can we abo kasuni entie the evidence ni tuja na mi nko jawo e wo police station
na na but woni ma dey friend ultimate responsibility
ene ne dey hin
ya di jawa
dey dey aswa ya dey PPP jawo na so what here so ene nka the party na yin si ya di jawo na so ene ko say o party no say you want ma waka say do how can fuck well
why do you behave like that
man Penny Akufo-Addo be yo sika
Nana Akufo-Addo amamu we yote so a ya hwere sika yete hai PPA boss ya anase koye no expose yi when he appointed no onya appointee
owei
the sika no we
sika no we case in any court
sika no we
case in any court case no e wo court na say the court so are you expecting man Penny Akufo-Addo say on fa tuo nkosi ni kon ho no van godi sika na
Nana Akufo-Addo enti ha COVID-19 sika
no that's 1.6 billion for this sika
no 1.6 million na auditor general said they can't validate say omudi ma free water free electricity no enu so ehwan enu so me na me kwaje mbra
na hwan na nkwaje hwan na ngawo de wo awo kanka hwan na nkwaje
minister
this
minister this come COVID-19 onu a sika no send ko e no wanye due diligence wanye na adwuma yi onu a no e no nte ade no ye na se
e no ko ye no
Nana Akufo-Addo embo na baso ye
me se match mo kwache no
say o perform ye enti me megina nkasa Nana Akufo-Addo clearance
institution
now establishing now or condone bibia and mediocrity in government no don't come and man had the next so yes so
we some few minutes then I'm back to the studios na MPP ba ba mu no ye kokof a ye enipa bi ye owura opuni ye fa Saidu Agongo na agriculture edom ko gina mra no se oman no mo obi kan esemfie nsia nie asem na kwa ba na eye opuni efa ne lawyer owura Sam Kujo woman ni no prado mfrentom soya na eye Saidu Agongo enso so efa ne lawyer ye owura is it Benson ni chukwi na agriculture enso so ewo mu bi George otena asem no so no de akode aba ama ko ba se George no kra no or retire na eye emremu no chief justice ne man kwan ebusumi nsia nko mfa hwe nyi asem ne mfiri ho afede o mko kotena ase wie ya eye attorney generals na o ma ba be ka se ba bi ade ne kono kra no yɛn san hwɛ na nka judge no ɔmfa ɛyɛ asɛm no nsan fa ma chief justice na opuni lawyer ɛka sɛ ɛyɛ asɛmpa ɛna attorney general department ɔmode abɛyi Edu Akongo nso so abifu asoɔ nso lawyer so ka sɛ ɛyɛ asɛmpa fairness ɛna yɛn nyinaa yɛhwɛ charge ne bua sɛ yɛnhwɛ anim nkonko wie sɛ certain processes a akɔ Supreme Court no yɛbɛte ho mmoaeɛ ɛnna we are told say charge no sɛ yɛnhwɛ ne yɛnyi case no na yɛnsa mfa nkɔma Chief Justice na ɔmpɛ ɛyɛ charge foforɔ na ɔmfa asɛm no ma no. And this is a young, upwardly mobile legal colossus from the Nkwanta area of the Uti region. Went to Bishop Herman, if I'm right, and then went to Nkwanta Secondary School, Oba University of Ghana. Okocho Facebook, I will say, wasted 6 years. To Amra actually didn't hear 6 years, no, a wasted. It was a tamaklo, a square, Yamaha.
Yeah, ADAKABRI. So, be there with you.
Right. Wasted 6 years in respect of a year processes are akoso ama efa opuni ene Seidu Agongo or mine able so mobile. Chimuchi any sentia a wasted 6 years.
So, maybe except you, men can say a wasted year. Which me I can when a comes the liberty of an individual. We are not really looking at, but justice will be done. Now, in ADAKABRI, when we say the criminal justice system, no, end product can be conviction sentence. Now, when we say offenses be graded, the conviction F1, it brings a lot of limitations to you. Wow, who can say, who you be senior about? You need the SO or the young for crime PAD. Bra, yeah, my rules. And yes, so quite protected and brano, a far the prison, which you know, young for crime PAD, a go through. So, Mr. Sabiano prevented him from becoming the flag bearer of the MP many years ago. So the disabilities associated with such criminal trial very serious. Over the period, there has always been advocacy there. Even though we are looking at speed, we need to strike a balance between speedy trial, also ensuring that justice at the end of the day. Yeah. Because like it's often said, justice must not only be done, but people must see that justice is being done. That is what ensures greater public confidence in the administration of justice. So, for one, we try away that in May 2018, back for the prosecution call witness. But what is here and I said, yeah, our Lord Justice, will be sitting at the High Court as additional High Court judge. So you say, there has always been justice of the Court of Appeal. At the time, he was given a warrant to try the Opuni matter. And subsequently, once he was doing the case, His Excellency the President nominated him for appointment to the Supreme Court once he was doing the case. Now, case no. Why would you say the criminal justice, the prosecution must prove your case? The accused person has that statutory opportunity to do what we call a submission of no. when we say the records that in the specific case of this Okuni matter, and this one must be made clear. After the accused persons made a submission of no case before my Lord Justice Onyenu, he gave a ruling. In that ruling, he concludes by saying that the accused persons should open their defense. But something significant, that is to say, about 14 pieces of documentary evidence accused persons my Lord Justice Onyenu say expand those 14 pieces of evidence from the record. ADAKABRI, the section 6 of the evidence or say questions of admissibility or otherwise is decided at the time the evidence is being offered. So in this specific case, at the time when lawyers of Okuni and others were tendering those pieces of evidence to prosecution witnesses, my Lord Justice asked the prosecution if they have the tendering of those documents. The prosecution said, my Lord, we have no objection. So on that basis, those pieces of documentary were admitted in evidence. Now, when those documents haven't been admitted, the judge now decided that even though those documents ended without objection, I am expunging. So lawyers of Dr. O went to the Supreme Court for SSRI and prosecution. By a majority of 3 Quran, Waman, and Tango, in the majority, they ruled that what my Lord Justice that day, contrary to the offense evidence among us, and therefore passed that ruling. Not only that, they proceeded to prohibit him from further going ahead, because of certain rulings. If authority relied on the Supreme Court earlier decision, the Republic versus High Court, as per the form, when my Lord Justice had made a comment and said, come and show cause why I should not punish severely. The Supreme Court said, those when only were prejudicial. And therefore, first prohibited him. Okay, the famous contempt application for recall.
Yeah.
So the Supreme Court, applying that same principle, said the far-reaching conclusion Onyenuga and Meki at the point of submission of no case, they do not see him while they proceed. The alternative.
If you may consider alternative word I used to worthy, a bit say they did not consider him worthy of a use an alternative word to the worthy.
You could not proceed with the hearing of them.
Exactly.
So
and then expunge the worthy no we use here on yakakra. Okay.
So that's it. The Attorney General then mounted a review of the 3 decisions. 2 justices of the Supreme Court. The 2 joined with the previous 2 in overturn the 3, passing and prohibiting my Lord Justice, and thereby reinstated him. Continue fire.
this month to wrap up a normal award. So this 6 months was given a lot of justice to America from the paper to match. You know, say on us say we need to open it. So when you have witnesses, the witnesses have been going through process. It's just 6 months. There's no opportunity for further extension. Last week, in a deputy attorney general, so
Yeah, what we are.
About court. There. The interest of justice and fairness, there's no way we can finish it by March. Because even Dr. is only there. You have the country and put it to go. You have the country and the man for submission. You have the man time for judgment. So it is practically possible.
So in a sentence, how does it impact on the trial?
So what is the trial would have to start de novo?
Quite tortuous. I agree.
Yes.
Okay. And the young fancy na yenhwe. We dey edu bunum na yenhwe. That afoko trial no so go the same way.
Even when they have closed their case, that everything accused person being called, he opened his everything. They basically for that only for them to come and file a dollar
this state no holding. You know, say you all
agree that it's very powerful and against Inua.
You fancy ya? You better say lawyer. All right, Edu say Tamaklo. So finally, back to the studios. See in Huns and some parliament. Divine, what's your understanding? Nana K, your understanding. Amaliba, your understanding. 3 minutes each. Didn't hear what happens.
Ofa, ade bi chire ma dwenwa. So there be on any penny for some of them they are very weak. On drink Ghana. It's just a conversation where a commission will introduce all of a sudden for this year. Me transia me say ipa trimosu ipa wicked. Asem we aka twam pen o. National identification asem all of a sudden. Electoral commission who say see ehun hia. Wouldn't say me tie na me kita me phone. I wanted to be sure of what I was going to say. Intimation that Google National Identification Electoral Commission keke. And ube number of statements I make here a purpose of why a be here say as at 2012, at basic 2015, at the basic 2020, the entire be here say Electoral Commission any national identification for no ebe synchronize on database no manya one data source they never rely on, even including other state agencies in the keka hon. Argument we came to the fore. Even 2020 elections here, about 2 years, now you see a new registration, new voter registration. The sisi kana yedi kwa koshemu no. Ehun hia. Yen tue no fancy sign. Na yen yusu national identification. Unim okay response ora Madam Jean Mensa de bae. Or say they are two separate institutions. Omujumedi omudie no. Twi mu yebeka say boy bra. Enye pe nti no omudie ntumi nka nchom so omo ne omo
interagency collaboration
no o say ntumi nya adwuma na omo adwuma no omo mandate ni e different. Na omo dia no continuous. Na even kwa na yade a wotumi nkyere when they will end it omo de omo adwuma no omo ye. And that was the basis of Gina so anu nti no o share Ghana kete spending over billions of cedis at the year new voters registration. And now me no can say, Mammy, we say, Sassy to go and who here be. Yeah, or the new system where Bamia. Sir, national identification card, no can say, a institution, we won't need to liaise with them to even do anything with them. And then, was answer another, see a court of parliament say, yeah, dear. It is the only source of identification. They see your person on you. Hey, offer into this same way. Mammy, we are some more can we? Would you find the same answer? To see our who answer. Would you decide as some near there financial loss no more cost him? As some I can, and then answer some near Kayao. I endra someone near Kayao. I'm a mere Danny U10. None of my dear. Only communicators when because of my catch also. Sabi sabi your kwasiapen or so on. Who ya the near draw attention, sir, dear we. Shall be ye. Then you have to scan a yes in Newton ever. Okay. I did be a miss to be saying, wouldn't say a penny for another thing on me and say. They do say yes or Ghana is your problems. They prefer your friends solutions. Sometimes they pretend it's almost you. Sometimes they pretend omunim solution, omunim assembly now, but sometimes they pretend it's they are dumb. Nanka forms of identification, oh my say. Yawa birth cert who here. Passport who here. You see, I say guarantor system no. You use no crampo so. Inconsequential. It's yet to me. It is here. Babe foresee and say, "Upo wumpo." The CRNO as a issue the national identification as the only source of identification. You be use memoirs. Meanwhile, no institution na kasaba bontia be catch the impediments, the challenges, and the predicaments are omukom. Emande yeti hase mu pesa mu nya endra finance minister say okohwe sika e de akakotua. Na tua wie na ke hu say oso plus e.
Wetua ne no.
Amaba Bremwe asem no hunti ase ekura ne sen.
Ghana Weber report. My senior brother Nake peddled a certain level of falsehood and misinformation to the public. I need to clear the air. President Mahama never, and I repeat, never boldly written anywhere say the INEC ayajumapa. 3 days before the elections, Olidi Africa, the West African elders, something.
Olidi team, mission team.
Eko. I say, Adia Bakwa, I am so pleasing. After meeting all the aspirants of the elections, and they say, the confidence they have expressed, that was before the elections. The confidence they have expressed in the INEC. That was what he said. He never said that EC, how do you call it? The Independent Electoral Commission of Nigeria, that fact must be put clear. Secondly, when I spoke or illustrated about La Côte d'Ivoire elections in 2011, I did not. The picture after the elections, please.
Picture. A statement I want to make it.
The statement
is this FM online now.
Online.
What's it?
Why
no president offer?
Mahama
praises who?
President.
Nigeria.
And I am saying to you, please.
Western Ghana is its way.
Get the issue in context.
Which kind of context?
Get it in context.
Or say,
read it and you get to understand.
Get it in context.
What presidents were
that was not before. That was not after. Before.
A year election, no, and now almost level of confidence.
Exactly. That was all.
INEC, no, and now a year remarkable manner.
Exactly. That was before the elections.
And not all parties had confidence
in the EC. That was even before the elections. That was before. That was before. Over. NDC will never kill or murder any Ghanaian. It's completely needless because NDC want to become the next president, the next government of this country. Never. What's the offer? Under NDC, we kill people to become president. Under what time? It has never happened.
When you kill, it's against the rule.
During 2008, 20 elections, Ghana for Nipa 8 natural woman. I was who was
candidate Ben a coach too.
I was who was
candidate Ben a chasing a child
the army. Who controls the police? Who deploys the
army commander? Control.
Who appoints the army commander? Don't expose. You don't showcase your ignorance here. All due respect.
So you are telling me that you are appointed the army commander and the small army commander say,
who benefited from it?
Hey, it doesn't mean say what you are
I say, why don't you arrest them? Why don't you arrest them? Crime is a crime. Over. Crime happens under any regime. But we are talking about state-sponsored terrorism. Like we witnessed. Please, of course, over.
State-sponsored
Terrorism.
When this is for the sponsored.
Kaki, Echo, I was gone. But the Champo can say they came from his outfit. Later on, denied it before the appointment committee in Parliament. How double standard you guys are.
Okay.
We are saying what we are saying is that I want to salute Honorable KCL Atuforsen, doctor, and the stand.
But did you say the EC is coming to prepare a new register?
I didn't hear that because he denied it.
No, did you say that?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that.
You're not peddling, say.
Oh, no. No, I haven't even made a statement
If
yet.
I could finish, let me clear. You have not peddled to say EC is preparing to. EC says they are preparing to do a new register.
Menka say, baby, not even here. The American in answer. I want to salute Honorable Dr. KCL Atuforsen, minority leader.
Okay.
And the MPs know about the stand they have taken against this imposing CI now. We won't allow it.
Over the decade, many enemy a tribute studio. And I boss Abba Bonting. I make a statement and
that's only in Yadrin.
Ghana are buying Eddie NIA contractors, some contractors, some Yajuma, Eka 100 million. Our munyas can go to Yaye. Many workers say, offer NIA issue statement and run a job. Say, on uncommon person who can create Ghana for NIA boss call parliament. No. Or say, can you 100 million? I buy it to you 80 million. Aka 20 million. Info finance minister say, by the close of no, they will pay the money into the account.
But it is reported in today's newspaper saying 100 million cedis has been issued to NIA.
Yes. Of any enemy reading from Ghana where we.
And then
20 million was paid yesterday. And when you through Car Bank, almost a year contractors in the banks. I'll met you on my car. Even Professor Tefe say, a trouble community car and say, car they want more 1 million. And now a boss say, car da, almost almost 3.2 million cards. Almost starting and releasing those cards. It's here. 3.2 million cards.
The newspaper says 100 million released to National Identification Authority to clear part of its debt to creditors. So the 100 million is not even enough. That is what Finder is saying.
Now I offer the
170.
The NIA boss say or the 100 million. Finder say
one casa or so 170 million.
Please, please.
Proceedings.
You have your turn.
No.
Allow me to flow. Offer me the man who said, "Oh, my 3 minutes. My cousin 1 minute."
And then, but you don't find any watching you.
Then what did you person? Me time now can person almost say. Offer the year can say. Atrosema me nuanu mu twa egu Ghana fo asum and man panie kofo do I release this candidate ya NIA cat dodo a o se release no enemu ya kwei ubetimi akwa o card ba fa rawsam ne say unya opportunity say rule your mind for 8 good years uba na man panie kofo lay foundation for Ghana card abro ne be yenti one for one sanka and panie say that's a lie obufuo so ni be very adwati a
margin cost of platform we did it what you see
yet your man 8 years what is this a register Ghana ni ba ko
yet
your man 8 years what is that money back NDC or man register Ghana ni ba ko under the NIA
128 cases
and then this is for the trade from say or man print that Emma NDC ni be register Ghana card
more register
me see
it's not part of Ghana
see I know that parliament no
Allah Muhammad
okay you may use Ghana card in your you may use
okay you pass that information and akojo yeboa of the MPP you pass that ma Amaliba Haruna Kingsley of the NDC as that ekoma demanding chroma of the PPP Chabri say from ADAKABRI Mamudu Osuma I'm sorry there na olako kumaiko na dia bekufie na dia beko jojo na shedden so amiti wa nyame shira ba bia wo bia na ya sapon wada roma osuso na yetie we
Uben wa duboni na suetu